Our first guest on our IFA Part 2, second week of IFA coverage, is a gentleman that we always love having on the program because he's the guy. He's the executive director of IFA, Jens Heitecker. Jens, welcome back into Tomorrow. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Dave?
I'm fine, and thank you for putting up with us. I mean, having us once again for our 11th IFA. We're very proud to broadcast from your show. There's always so much fun things to talk about.
It's always our pleasure, and we're very happy that you find so many new products, often before I have the chance to see.
That's true. Well, because you're busy doing the business end of everything here to pull IFA off, to make it happen, to make all the parties connect and network and all the good things. And then you get to, oh, wow, I didn't even know this was introduced at my own show. But
exactly, it happens so often.
Yes, but that's good news because that means there's so much excitement all the time at a show like IFA. And every year over the last 12 years, because back when we did our first IFA, it was still every other year. And then the following year, they started doing an annual event. That's why the math is off when we say, our first show was 12 years ago. This is our 11th year. People say, Dave can't count, but okay, just tell us about...
can't.
No, I can't. But just tell us about the cool products. And then we do. And there, to hear some 35,000 new products being introduced here. And of course, that runs the gamut, and some of them are very much the same, more Bluetooth speakers or earbuds or whatever. But there's still a lot of new product announcements companies wait to introduce here at IFA.
Yeah, of course. It's the best time to introduce new products to the markets because everyone, retailers, buyers, and the consumers are keen to know what will be the gift at the Christmas season.
Yes, and that's what's so cool about IFA. Folks can actually look and touch and feel, or by way of our show, hear and see the new products we're talking about, and then plan on the holiday shopping season. And that's really cool because the other big show of its type, let's face it, is in January. And, well, a little too late for Christmas and other holiday shopping by then. But this is a real cool way to be able to say, now I know what to get, my tech fans and those that have everything else. They don't have this yet. It just came out.
Yeah, right. The timing is one of the key success factors of IFA. And we really get the appreciations by our retailers and buyers. That's the right time. It's not too late, not too early.
Yeah, that's true.
The innovation cycle is less than 3 months for some of the product kinds. Means it's the right time to introduce everything what you have to have as a retailer in the most important season.
Yeah, oh, very true. And what's really cool, I mentioned the companies so often will wait until IFA. They're saying, no, that's when we're going to announce it. And then they're releasing it typically within a month or so. So it is, again, here on time. Some of the people that's the latest I've been hearing is maybe October. It's still before the holidays. So they're announcing it. Everybody gets to see it, get excited about whatever it might be, and then say it's time to bring it out just in time for gift giving, among other things, including a 110-inch bendable, curved Ultra HD TV for $120,000 US. I'm sure you bought one or two of those already.
In a couple of years.
Yeah, when the price comes down to something realistic. But that's the kind of product that's fun to see.
The product is not only fun to see, it's really important for the future. Because if you have a curved TV, it's tough to use it. It's the best TV you can get for home cinema experiences. But if you want to have it in a daily use, then you have reflections in the screen, and it's a small problem.
Yeah.
And the idea to combine the best, the very flat TV and the curved TV in one appliance, in one device, is a very smart solution for the consumer that you can use this big TV in every situation you want to use it.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I do know about you. I've been in your home, thank you. But my home, too, you've been in mine. And neither of them are big enough for a 110-inch bendable TV.
Okay, you can add an additional room.
Yeah, exactly. We'll knock a wall down. We'll make it happen. And we could each end up getting one. But they also, of course...
By the way, my home is not that small.
Yeah. No, of course not. You could fit it in there. We'll just remove all the furniture, whatever. But the point is, they also will then come, of course, in smaller sizes as well. The excitement at a show like IFA to show such a 110-inch screen might, for most of us, be a bit unrealistic right now. But imagine it as a 50-inch or something that would work well in your living room.
I think for the people, it's very important to see what the future is.
Yeah.
What's the direction of the product they buy right now? But even they see... A TV can't be too big for their living room. Often they think it's too big to have a 55-inch TV.
Yeah.
But if they see it's 100+ inch TV, and it works well in terms of quality, and it's a very impressive picture you get.
Yeah.
Then they got the wishes to buy a bigger TV, perhaps the 65
But that's true.
inch TV.
And maybe
That's the idea behind a little bit, to show you 100 plus is possible, and you will have the best picture. But for you at home, it's possible to have a smaller one, but you
Right.
it's affordable.
Yeah, you don't have to double the size and quadruple the price, but maybe a little bit larger next time, you know. And then that 55-inch goes in the bedroom. Boy, the missus would love that.
That's the way we always do.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what's cool about this industry, the consumer electronics industry. They continue to innovate, continue to make more cool products, bigger sometimes, smaller if it makes the sense some other times, and less expensive in the long run.
Less expensive is very expensive
Yes,
sometimes
that's true.
for the industry, because no, it's very tough for the industry to be in this extremely competitive market. It's good for the consumer. That's less expensive, of course. But what I really think, and often is overseen, if you compare TV 2 years ago to a current TV in our show, you will see such a huge difference
Oh, yeah.
in quality, not only in size, in quality of the picture, in brilliance, in deep in depth. That's amazing what you can see. And often people think there's nothing new, there's no revolutionary product. No, but really compare your TV at home. You bought it 2-3 years ago
Yeah.
with the new ones in the shops, and you will be amazed what the progress is.
That's a good point, and that's really what consumer electronics is all about. And that's why not only it's cool that you're doing the show you're doing for consumer electronics and home appliances, of course, but we've been thrilled for almost 20 years to cover only consumer electronics because it's always changing and things are always improving. And sometimes a company comes out with a product, we tell people, wait for version 2. You know, they know it's not quite right yet. Very cool.
I can't imagine.
No, not in this business, right? But sometimes the next version ends up being finally the real working one. But that's part of the CE industry. We thank you for kicking off this week's broadcast, but the next 3 hours you're making room for your exhibitors to come to our broadcast booth here in Hall 24. Not that it matters to anyone listening because they're thinking, well, I wasn't there. How many halls are there? What, 29, 30 now? How many exhibit halls?
Yep, but with more floors.
Yes, that's true. Multiple floors. I mean, we're talking about 2, 3, 4 floors in some of these things. The new City Cube even.
We have more than 50 halls.
50?
More than 50.
No wonder we're tired.
You're tired and confused sometimes, I know.
Man, if you ever get a chance, because IFA is open to the public as well, you've got to visit Berlin during IFA and come and see this incredible show. You will be blown away by all the cool things, including, as I mentioned too, home appliances now. Thank you for kicking off this week's broadcast and allowing us to now talk to your exhibitors.
Thank you. Enjoy it and have a great show. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. IFA-Berlin.com, IFA-Berlin.com. And, of course, we'll get you there as we do each and every week on the program when you visit us at IntoTomorrow.com. I'm Dave Graveline. Much more from Berlin, Germany and IFA as Into Tomorrow continues on the Advanced Media Network.